They're not.
What was the threshold for you, Mike, when you listened to stuff, you got turned on by that music, and then you started saying, okay, now I have to go get equipment and start making it myself? Like how old were you?
I started rapping just at 16, right? So, and I was seeing people rap at that place, freestyling. They were getting in circles and freestyle rhyming. And so, like, me and my friends in high school decided we were going to do that. And so from, like, the age of 16 to, like, 24, all the rap I ever did was freestyling.
So that's why you're better. I started at 42.
Well, then, yeah. 10,000 hours, you know what I mean?
That's not true, Dan. You've been doing it since you were 20, and you've been bad at it the whole time.
I started taking it seriously last week, okay?
Right. Wait, Mike, can you give Dan some pointers? Because tell him to stop saying the word mouth, because he knows he's just going to have to say south after that.
But then there's certain
pitfalls that you fall into every time.
Do you rap a lot, for real?
In this show, I do.
Okay.
And I truly in this show, I'm like because it started as a gimmick in the show. The idea was I rap badly. Only by virtue of doing this show every week for years, I'm getting a little bit better. Yeah. Don't tell anyone I said that.
You're not terrible.
But it's just practicing. It's like flight training.
And that's all it is.
You have your moments, Dan.
All it is.
Once in a while, Dan will lay down a really good rhyme. Like he'll actually.
Well, that's the thing. It's like that's the thing that fascinates me about rap, because unlike piano lessons, which I regret like ever bailing on and stuff, but here's this thing where it's like there's people who labor. It's like you're like people. The relationship between freestyle and writing raps is just really fascinating to me. It deep core fracks the fascination. I'm not drunk. I'm just making up new words like Shakespeare.
Also, it's 9/11.
Don't let that alarm you. That's it.
Oh, it's a little scary.
Yeah,
it's a little scary for the uninitiated.
Well,
let me remind you, that's still scary.
Just so you know, our fans are crazy people. Okay. They're crazy.
Well, here's the thing you did just before you launched into your when we were doing it before. I was like babbling and I was doing bits and I'm like going blah blah blah, and then like it was literally I watched you. Like I said like sassafras, and then you were like, I'm going to start rapping. I saw that on your face. And then because I was just like, and by sassafras, I mean pineapple. And you're like, pineapple, apple, blah, blah, blah. Like you could have gotten away with, and in your head, you had the option of going with sassafras as a point of departure, but you were committed to a Last Dragon-like flow.
Absolutely. I mean, that's all it is. You know, it's just making connections, you know, but in real time. That's all it is making and
the enemy is starting to think.
No, the enemy is stopping. That's the only enemy is stopping. You just keep going. Just like when me and my friends first started,
but I didn't hear
fucking
you.
Horrible.
Okay.
And what we used to do, we would get on the phone and call each other old school three-way, right? With no beat, and we would just start rapping. We were fucking awful, and our whole thing was just don't fucking stop. You know? And then, like, what you start to do after a while is build that catalog of words. So then it's not mouth and south, it's about and trout and route and gout and
the
all of that.
The rhymes don't have to be actual complete rhymes. There can be sounds. You're just riffing on sounds.
Yeah, you don't even have to rhyme. Yeah, exactly. You just got to keep going.
Some of the best lyrics in music history, there are no rhymes.
Right.
Like there's a song called Moonlight in Vermont, which is a beautiful lyric, and there's no rhyme in it. And you don't notice that. It's just it's a beautiful lyric. It's a poem.
Somebody requested.
I can't sing it. We'll get sued.
I did this study with the National Institutes of Health. I freestyled in an MRI machine.
What?
Yeah, I did. And like, I'm a co-author on a fucking National Institute of Health study about
sorry,
improvisational freestyling.
You got an MRI while you were freestyling?
Yeah, no, like they loaded me in the machine.
Can I make a guess? I'll probably be wrong, but I would guess because words appear as, for me, they're visual. Mm-hmm. Does the same part of like facial recognition, like spatial recognition come up? Like, what part of your brain lit up in the MRI?
Well, they said, okay, so they've been studying this because they started with studying like improvisational pianists in there. So they had this little keyboard you can put in there. So like they're trying to figure out the brain parts that are active when people reach what's called the flow state, and that's any improvisation.
This is lead with this. I mean, go keep going.
But And so what they say is like language turns on, but like forethought, like the normal frontal lobe thought turns off, and you start thinking with like more reptilian brain because because you can't overthink it, like you said.
But
you
you're
know what
still
I mean?
using language. It's like your reptile brain is shooting lightning through the forebrain, but the forebrain's being used as a fucking silencer and a pistol or any other tool.
It turned like, man, unfortunately, the results were filled with jargon that I didn't understand at all.
On your part, you mean in your raps, where you're like, I'm in an MRI and I got a dick in my eye. And
How do you not rap about being in the MRI machine? At least for the first 10 minutes.
It's hard to rhyme medulla oblongata, you know.
I feel my optic nerve heating up. I feel my frontal lobe cooling down. All right. And you're like, I'm trying too hard. Pull me out. Pull me out.
All right, no, but what part of the brain is active when you're in the flow state?
That's the thing. It's a combination of lobes, and I'd have to send you the shit because like the front part turns off and a couple of like parietal, temporal turn on. Like it was a complicated thing that they were showing happen.
They put like chess players, like chess masters under CAT scans or MRIs, and they showed them images of chessboards, like of a game, like in like middle game or end game or early game, like openings and stuff like that. And the same part of their brain lit up. That is the same part of your brain that lights up when you see a face that you recognize. And you go, oh, that's Dan Harmon. Oh, that's Mike. Oh, that's Spencer. They see chessboards as people.
So we should all be spending a lot more time in MRI machines. Like this technology is important. Like we should all just be spending like 6 hours a day in MRI machines and pooling the results.
They get a lot of money to put shit in MRI machines to see what happens.
Like Dan, you were saying that you got better. Like you've been getting better at being in the flow state, rapping over time because you can actually rewire the synapses to create. New flow.
Well, that's what I think is interesting. It's like, well, because remember the Ken Kesey metaphor that you told me about. Like, you ever read Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test?
I never read it. But
Ken Kesey, he had this metaphor that for being in the moment, which is the same thing you're talking about, this flow state. His metaphor was that you walk up to a player piano with the roll going, and that you, of course, if you didn't know how to play piano, you'd be like, you could try to play this weird game where you tried to like imitate the keys, and this is also in Westworld's title sequence. But that Ken Kesey had this like concept of if you take enough acid or if you get enough in the moment,
your fingers fall into those.
Your fingers will start to get so fast because what's stopping you is thinking about observing the keys and blah blah blah, and then but then the further philosophical concept was that you could get into that state so much that you could finish the song and then look up and see that the player roll didn't have the end of the song on it, that you had known the song itself. So it's the same thing. And Olympic athletes say essentially the same thing. Like because people want to know for very good reasons, how the fuck did you jump that high?
I mean, but isn't it similar with writing too, though? Because like I'm just like most people
I'd like to think so.
Right. Most people can't like consciously remember like the mind state they were in when they wrote their best shit or had their best ideas. Like kind of you're in the moment so much that you kind of separate from it.
Even when I have an amazing show like this one, I'm in a total blackout. I don't know what's going on. I'll find out later that we won a podcasty. No, but it's and that's what's interesting to note is that practicing shit. It so often has to do with actually. You have to learn some shit, but then it's like
you gotta unlearn.
You gotta unlearn thinking about it. Whatever,
well, they say that like learning a craft, like learning piano. If there's genius inside you, the craft will liberate the genius. So working on something, like working on rhyming, working on music, working on writing, the hard work that it takes will liberate the genius inside you that was always there.
Well, can we try an exercise? Let's just go back and forth, like dueling banjo style.
Okay.
You can just like, you're teaching me to drive. You just do a little bit, like, what's a good, like, short attention span? You do like you do a little bit, and then I'll do a little bit, and then you do a little bit.
We going beat or we going acapella?
Should we go a cappella?
I mean,
Maybe
we can. Just, you know.
All right.
It's up to you.
I say put a real simple beat on. I got one, but yours are going to be better, I'm sure.
You got, what you got?
Well, Harry Foster, he gave us some beats. You want to try one of his?
Yeah. Then we'd have to switch the.
No,
deal.
no, you do yours because you have your finger on the knob a little better over there.
Let's see.
Yeah, but do a little Harlem Globetrotters pass it back.
Red leather, yellow leather. Hip hop to the hippity hop.
Dan, can I give you some improv advice? Overthink it.
That's so good. You just came up with that right now?
Look, see, look, Mike, he's already freaking out.
What the hell is this? Is this a thing?
No, I'm losing it. Look at me. I'm like the air.
I am the sun. I'm the air. Shit, I don't know what I got.
Yo. I'm not even saying yo because I'm not thinking about it.
I like this one.
Oh, whoa, wow, water, ocean, waves, sky. Fucked your mama. Came in her eye. Okay, see.
See, now, why does it always have to be fucking somebody's mama?
I don't know because I think about that because it's Oedipal.
Okay, but look. I'll stop you right there because you're doing something that a lot of freestyle rappers do. It's called having a crutch.
Oh.
But like, no. That's not. That wasn't meant to deflate. Like mine used to be when I first started. Mine used to be when I'm on the mic, right?
I love
It'd
that.
be like, my name's Mike Eagle. When up on the mic, I say hi to people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every fucking bar was that. But that's some people do, and yours happens to be fucking your
Second
mama.
verse, same as the first. A little bit louder.
Well, my name's Chef Davis, and I'm here to say.
All right. Well, so how do you deal with crutches? Did you
you just
take a hacksaw to them?
Yeah, you become conscious of them, and you just try not to. But it's there for a reason because we do that to help us fill the time between what we said and where we have to get to.
So like my therapist would say, when she takes me through meditation, she says 1,000 times your mind will wander, 1,000 times it can come back.
Bring it back.
In other words, so if I say "fuck your mama," you guys don't start like booing and throwing chairs. It's my mind. I got back into the old habit, and you note it, and you become increasingly aware of the crutch.
Because what you'll do, you'll just find other ways to get to where you have to get with the timing, and you just won't say that particular thing every time.
All right.
Yeah.
By the year 2017, it's now. I'm not gonna fuck anyone's mama in a rap. Rapping. Rapping.
It's that easy, people. It's that easy.
Salt, pepper, fork, spoon. Oh, sun and the moon. I got a solar system that's going round and round. I got my voice in my brain, and the brain is the sound. I gotta flow through the rap. I gotta flow through the people. Here's the motherfucking church, and I don't go to the steeple because I go to the altar and I pray to God. I drop down to my knees and I let him through my body. I want to get down with you to the break of dawn.
Go, Mike. Go, Mike.
Hey, he didn't fuck one mother in that at all.
No mothers were fucked in the course of that rap.
Yeah. No mothers was fucked, no uppercuts. We make bread like the company butternut with the squats. How we do it when we wash some seeds that think they old when they come through getting washed. And yeah, gotta stop and take it back. That's how we do it because the flows never whack. But how we do it, that's another crutch. And you can go back to that one and try not to say it so much. Yeah.
Yeah, nudge so much. You don't do much and you don't do such. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you do what you're gonna do. If you don't do what you're gonna do, you do what you've always done. I'm gonna have fun and run in the sun. I'm gonna be on the beach and make another one of my buns by cooking it in an oven and I'm putting it in the shoving with my dick and okay.
Yeah, you put your dick in the muffin if you want to. Fuck the bread impromptu. Yeah. That's how you gotta do it. That's how we doing when we making the new music. It's translucent. See through your own brain patterns from here to Saturn. It doesn't matter. We can scatter, just like categories. And then you can listen to this new rapping story. What?
Whoa, rapping like a table. Look at your mama. It's a fucking what? All right,
What?
take it easy. Go with the flow. You're gonna laugh at some things. I'm gonna go high and low. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying anymore. I'm praying for what I want to go through the door. I want God to come in and light us up. I want to suck the devil's dick and spit it up into the devil's face until he comes from his eyes. I want to give you all a spiritual surprise. I want to go up to heaven and pray to God. I'm going to say, everybody come down, and General Zod's going to fight Superman, but he can't win. It doesn't matter who he brings. Superman's going to win. He's going to shoot him with his laser eyes. Christopher Reeves died. We didn't want him to. We didn't want him to.
Oh, yeah. That was a breakthrough. That was a breakthrough for us.
That was great.
That was fucking, yeah.
I wanted Spencer to rap. Spencer's not gonna rap at all.
Yeah, Mike,
I'm not good at it.
You gave Dan you gave him freedom to like free fall a bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's that feeling of abandon there.
That's right.
Yeah, I feel like you need to come back every week so I can have therapy sessions like that. Like,
I'll come back like 2 weeks.
okay. All right, good.